There is a Madame Luxmore, n'est-ce pas?
How did you find out?
My friend, Madame Oliver. She pointed out that your editor had made a tiny error. In chapter 4, you wrote, the Luxmores were researching tropical plants. Luxmores, plural. 2 of them. Then later there is only 1. Did you shoot him?
Yes.
Were you in love with his wife?
Old Luxmore claimed he was researching roots and mosses for medical purposes. Turns out he was actually looking for psychotropic drugs. Found quite a few, I think. Idiot began to experiment on himself.
What has happened to him?
He went berserk.
Luxmore!
There were no other Europeans for Mars. We thought, Lily and I, we ought to say he died of a fever. Try and avoid the scandal. Poor girl would have been ruined if the truth had come out. Matter of fact, so would I. So I shut the lid on my finer feelings and buried him there and came home. I didn't think anyone would ever find out.
But Shayatana discovered.
Yes. Brute met up with Lily.
May I take your picture? You look so romantic, looking out across the Nile.
God, I feel like a heel.
The love, Major. L'amour. So often it is the same.
It's Mr. Poirot, Doctor.
Sorry, Poirot, I can't stop.
I have only one small question.
Far away. Glad to help if I can.
Did you know that Monsieur Shayatana, he had been drugged?
Drugged? I thought he was knifed.
But he had been drugged as well.
Well, how could I know that? What, do you think I drugged him first and then stabbed him? Is that it? It's clever.
But it is possible, is it not? You are a doctor.
My dear sir, you have a fertile imagination. I'm sorry, I must dash.
You go perhaps on your rounds to visit the patients?
Not tonight. Bridge tournament. Miss Burgess is at your disposal. Cheerio.
Bonsoir.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, wait. Mademoiselle, I have a question that is most delicate. Please do not be offended, eh?
All right.
The doctor, he's something of the ladies' man, n'est-ce pas?
Yes, he's a dog. I keep waiting for him to try it on. And he doesn't.
Dommage.
I tried to kiss him under the mistletoe last Christmas, but he just pulled a face. I think he was drunk, to be honest.
Mademoiselle, could you tell to me more about Madame Craddock?
Mrs. Craddock?
Wait, she died in Egypt, did she not?
You're very suspicious. I assure you the doctor can't be blamed. He was here in Harley Street then. He never set foot in Egypt. He doesn't like the food.
But Madame Craddock, did she need many inoculations in order to travel?
Well, of course. You wouldn't want to catch anything Egyptian, would you?
Mademoiselle, the doctor, does he have a regular bridge partner?
Oh, yes. They're devoted to the game, those two. They practice for hours with the door locked.
Have you redecorated?
No, madame, I have moved.
Of course. How silly of me not to remember. What was wrong with your last apartment? Walls not straight enough?
You've hit the nail right on the head.
Oh, I look dreadful.
No, not at all.
So you think Roberts killed Mrs. Craddock? How?
Je ne sais pas.
Why, if he's such a skirt chaser?
Je ne sais pas.
And Despard killed a man?
Oui, d'accord.
But he had no choice.
Je ne sais pas.
I thought you were supposed to be good at this.
Shayatane, he must hold the clue.
Yes, but he's dead.
Ah, oui. Eh bien, we play.
Oh, may I help you?
Yeah, I am Hercule Poirot, and you are Serge Mureau?
At your service. Do you wish to commission a portrait?
Ah, merci, no.
Ah, artistic work, is it?
No, I seek the person who develops the photographic plates for Monsieur Chiatana.
Well, you found him. It's his I, Serge Moreau, trying to pay for my vices. All right, cherubs. He did say somebody would be along for them one day. Didn't say he'd be quite so handsome.
These are a very nice line, sir.
Wait, but I must have the French ones.
Come direct from Paris. With the duty, they are very expensive.
No, they're very nice, but you know, I had in my mind something of a texture a little finer.
These are 100 gauge. Extra fine. Like bleeding cobwebs, they are.
C'est ça, exactement.
They are 35 shillings a pair, sir.
35. Then I will have, let me see, 19 pair.
Someone's a lucky girl then, ain't she?
I have asked you here, mademoiselle, because I need your help. I wonder if you could cast your mind back to that evening in the drawing room of Monsieur Chiatana.
Don't worry, darling.
Oh, no, don't worry, no, not at all. It's just that I would like you to try to remember what you can from the room. For example, the tables, the chairs, the curtains, the fire irons. What can you describe?
Oh, I see. Well, not very much.
Oh.
I don't know what the wallpaper was like. There were rugs on the floor.
Right.
There was a piano.
Yeah, but you must remember, for example, an object or a piece of the bric-a-brac.
There was a case of Egyptian jewelry over by the window.
Now, was not that at the opposite end of the room from the table on which lay the little dagger?
I never heard which table that was on.
Egyptian jewelry, you say?
Yes, it was lovely. Blues and reds, enamels. One or two lovely scarabs.
Merci, mademoiselle. So, now, may I ask you a favor that is personal? Well, as you know, Christmas, it is coming on, and, well, I like very much to send my parcels à l'avance, and I must buy presents for my many nieces, grandnieces, and, alas, my taste, it is rather old-fashioned.
What do you want Anne to do?
Well, do you think the silk stockings are a present most welcome?
Yes.
Well, more than I ask my favor. I have obtained 15 or 16 pair. Oui. And I would like very much for you to go through them and to set aside say, half a dozen pair which seem to you the most desirable.
Certainly.
Merci bien. Voilà. So, if you would be kind enough, well, to choose what, 6 pair? Merci beaucoup. Mademoiselle Dawes, I have something I would like to show you.
What?
It is a knife with which 7 people were stabbed on a ferry pulling out of Istanbul.
How horrible.
You would like to see it?
Yes, please. Anne Meredith's a nice girl, so it can't be her. And I never thought Roberts did it. Despard's much more plausible.
Merci.
So it's either Despard or Mrs. Lorimer. Mrs. Organized, I should say.
Perhaps this is true. And yet,
Superintendent Wheeler.
Ah, Mrs. Oliver. I hope you don't mind. I was told that Monsieur Poirot was here.
Superintendent, you're welcome.
Thank you. Well, I've been down to Devonshire. I've spoken to the local police. And you were right. Anne Meredith worked for a Mrs. Benson at a house called Crossways near Dawlish. Now, Mrs. Benson was Rhoda Dawes' aunt. Every night she'd take syrup of figs. But there was some silver polish in a bottle which Anne Meredith broke.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Benson. Look, there's still some left. I think there's an empty bottle in the cupboard.
Now, the police believe it was an accident. Even the old lady herself believed it was an accident. But somebody put that bottle into the bathroom, and the housemaid swears it wasn't her. So I'm afraid I believe that Anne Meredith deliberately murdered her employer. What I do not know is why.
because she is a thief.
What?
Oui, bien sûr. This afternoon, I made a little experiment. I invited Anne Meredith to my apartment and asked her the usual questions about what she can remember from the room of Sheartana. She's suspicious, huh? Very suspicious. So the cunning dog, he does one of his best tricks, huh? He lays the little trap. She mentions the case of jewelry, and I say, was not that at the opposite end of the room from the table on which lay the little dagger? But mademoiselle, she does not fall into the trap. But then she begins to make the mistake to relax a little. She thinks she has outfoxed Hercule Poirot, but no. The real trap, it has not yet been sprung.
You bought 19 pairs?
Ouais. And now there are 17.
What a risk she took.
Non, pas du tout. But what does she think I suspect her? It is murder. Hercule Poirot is not searching for the thief. There is no risk in, stealing a few stockings? She has stolen all her life. But one time she is caught. By her employer, Madame Benson.
So, Mrs. Benson has to die. It's a credible plot. But what about Sheartana? Did Anne Meredith kill Sheartana? No. It's not the same style. Swapping bottles in a bathroom is one thing. Plunging a knife into someone's chest and ramming it home like a tent peg is quite another.
See you? You commence to think like a detective.
Do I?
Oui, bien sûr. But the question still remains, huh? Who had the motive to kill Sheartana? One of them? All of them?
Well, whoever burgled his house could probably tell us.
Je comprends bien.
Despard's story holds up. Old Laxmore was known to be overfond of the local hooch.
So the Major, he is telling the truth.
I dare say. But we can't know for certain. And there's something else, Byron. It's just that, I don't really know how to put it. Old chap, it's rather troubling. It's just that I believe we've left a suspect off the list.
Who?
Superintendent Wheeler.
He could have knifed Sheartana when he went to wake him.
Got to be going, Sheartana.
He knew he was drugged, so he wouldn't have cried out.
Mr. Sheartana? Damned if he hasn't fallen asleep.
And Wheeler's prints were on the glass. Now, he says from after the killing, but perhaps from before.
Already I have had this idea. With the Superintendent Wheeler, he is my friend. But if he did kill Sheartana, I know why. I realized from the beginning that of the 4 people in the room of Sheartana that night, the person with the best brains, the head that was the coolest and the most logical. It was you, madame. And if I was to put money on one of those 4 people getting away with murder, I should place my bet on you.
So that is what you think of me? That I'm the kind of woman to commit an ideal murder? Well, I am. I confess. It was me. I killed him, Monsieur Poirot.
No, madame.
Yes. Yes, that is why I telephoned. That is what I wanted to say.
Oh, so you killed Shaitana? Why? Well, because he found out something about you, something that happened a long time ago, huh? Was that another death, madame?
Yes. You could not know the weariness, the loneliness. No one could know what it means to... unless they have been alone, as I have, with the knowledge of what one has done.
How did you kill Shaitana?
I noticed the dagger before going into dinner. Then we sat down to play. I was the dummy. I strolled over to the fireplace.
That was a delicious meal, Mr. Shaitana. I do enjoy venison enormously.
Why do you tell me this now?
Because Anne Meredith came to me.
And she is your daughter, I think. By your first husband, Monsieur Herbert Meredith. A marriage certificate. It is not so hard to find.
I can't bear the thought that I ruined her life. I can't bear it.
How have you ruined her life?
Why, by stabbing to death Mr. Shaitana, of course.
Did you drug him first?
No, I stabbed him, as I've just told you.
Madame Norman, please to forgive me. But are you absolutely positive that you did not plan this murder beforehand? That you did not place the sleeping potion into his drink?
No, I simply picked up the dagger and I stabbed him.
Then you are lying to me. You must be lying.
Really, Monsieur Poirot, you forget yourself.
The question is, can Hercule Poirot possibly be wrong?
No one can always be right.
But I am. Always I am right. It is so invariable, it startles me. And now it looks very much as though I may be wrong, and that upsets me. And I should not be upset because I am right. I must be right because I am never wrong.
Look, I killed Shaitana.
Madame, I am willing to believe that you killed Shaitana, but I am not willing to believe that you killed him in the way that you said that you did. Either the murder of Shaitana, it was planned beforehand, or you did not kill him at... I pounce upon it now. No, madame. No, you did not kill Shaitana. You meet your daughter. She is scared, and so you decide to sacrifice yourself in order to protect her. Why?
I'm not an innocent woman. 13 years ago, I killed my husband.
The father of Anne?
Yes.
How did you kill him?
I pushed him down the stairs.
So that you could marry?
Geoffrey Lorimer, yes.
And he?
He died within a year. Bad heart.
For nothing, huh?
Poetic justice, yes.
And so you hang for the murder of Shaitana, and your daughter Anne, she walks free. There's one question that still puzzles me. How can you be absolutely certain that it was your daughter Anne who killed Shaitana?
Because I saw her. It was late in the game. Anne was dummy. I looked over to the fireplace. And I saw her push the knife in. It was Anne.
So, what does the Major say?
He's asked me out to dinner.
Oh, has he? I wish you would tell him what happened at my Aunt Benson's, Annie. I feel sure it'd be better to mention it, because if something does come out, it might look rather bad.
Rhoda, it was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
Rhoda, I want to get married. I want to go off with him and live somewhere savage. I'm sorry, but that's what I want.
If you do that, I should be forced to tell the police what I know.
You've been telling on me ever since we were at school. Well, I've had enough of it.
I don't want you to go off with Despard, Annie.
Why are we arguing? Such silly girls. It's such a beautiful day. Let's go out on the river and be friends.
Despard's a brute. Great big neck. Honestly, Anne, how could you? I'm chilly. Could you pass my sweater?
They're there! That's Despard!
Come on, dear. Come.
Right, mademoiselle?
There we are.
Damn weeds everywhere. Can't see a thing.
Why did she do that?
Here we are, my dear.
Thank you.
She tried to kill me. My best friend.
But she has killed before, mademoiselle.
No, she hasn't.
Mais oui. She killed Madame Benson, her aunt.
No. That was me. I didn't mean to, but I did.
No. She has allowed you to think it was your fault. But the truth is, she did not want you to be sent to prison for theft.
always been best friends.
But you were her slave. And so to keep you her slave, she allowed you to think that you were guilty. She also reminded you, mademoiselle, of another murder about which you told her.
What do you mean?
Your mother